Well, it's been a while.
Yep.
So, where did we stop last time? Well, Galen was captured by the giants, and Andorist was clutched by griffin claws. Right. This is where we started last
No,
session.
no, no. Yeah,
That's where we started, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
started. And vicious lies. Galen would never like captured anything. He was right where he wanted to be. He had a plan all along, and it worked
So,
perfectly.
um, Eileen basically threw herself into danger, and how do they say? Her feet broke her fall on the remorseless deck.
Yeah.
So she attempted to free Galen, but she crash landed on the deck of the Remorseless. But she managed to sneak into the ship and basically revive Galen, who was kind of bleeding on the back of the ogre who carried him. And she managed to actually rendezvous with him, and they both went into the air vents of the Remorseless, and they kind of waited there to consider their next course of action. At this point of time, Andorist basically dropped into the sea, and he managed to board the Phantom Shark. And then there, Forgar discovered a small leather package containing maps of 4 vessels, along with some strange ring with an emblem. There was a depiction there of maybe a spider or maybe a tentacled head, not really sure. So using information gleaned from the maps, Forgar managed to secure safe passage from the submarine onto the Remorseless via this strange flesh-like tube that connected the two. There, you found a safe house, basically a safe room with some potions and some this strange lens-like crystal. You could basically look throughout the chamber and look at the corridor of the Remorseless. Basically, you saw some giants walking by. So you got out of the room and stumbled upon a frost giant who was torturing a pregnant dwarven lady with regards to the defenses of Thornhold. If you remember back where we started, you actually met a dwarf from this dwarven fort, and the giant had basically the Sword Coast map all over plastered all over the walls, and he kind of dotted interesting locations and places and maybe lapses in defenses. And Thornhold was also a red dot there. At this point, Quarian acted on an impulse after Andorist tried to convince the giant by speaking into his mind, but the giant kind of he wasn't persuaded, and at this point Quarian threw a phantasmal force spell onto him, and then we panned the camera back to Eileen and Galen, and they basically started to climb up and down at the in the air vents, basically exhausting Eileen. I think you have one level of exhaustion from climbing and descending those vents. But eventually you manage to basically pop your head up and watch the deck, and you found out that the Frost Giant captain, she basically ordered the ship to head to to Waterdeep, where she believes Harshnag is now after he vanished from the ship. So that part of your plan worked. And we ended by Eileen looking at the basically leaves, right, emerging from the deck, and then you recalled those roots that you have seen crawling beneath the icy layers of the ship's deck. And I think this is where we stopped last time. Am I missing anything?
Yeah.
I also have a what was that? Speak with animals. I intended to gather some rats to see if I could scope out the ship.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you told them to basically search for your friends, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, we still need to introduce Keenan's character. I forgot about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she's not a pregnant dwarf.
Or hopefully it's a rat.
Yeah. That is rough.
Okay.
Built another
Well, I
druid.
could-
So
Well, I guess I could be, yeah. Maybe.
Oh, Jesus, your
Would,
cats.
would be awesome if it's like a stone giant.
So,
Yeah, so this is my new stone giant character. He does like 300 damage with
Yeah.
one hit.
I just
Please,
want to make sure
please.
you won't be killed at this episode. So, Keenan, your character's name is
Pelias.
Peleus. Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce it. So, Peleus, you were basically also sneaking on board the Remorseless, looking for this creature known as a treant. You went on board the Remorseless after you have witnessed the frost giants basically attack this coastal village. They were packing timber and they were dismantling watchtowers and walls, and they carried all this rubble onto their ship along with a treant. It's a sentient tree basically. They ripped it out of its roots and carried it to their ship. Probably they weren't even aware that it's a sentient tree. And you have been following those roots beneath the ice. And then you saw an old lady with a young man crawling through air vents. And you decided to follow them because you have heard about a frost giant vanishing from the ship's prison. And you also heard that the ship's captain is looking for a wizard that is probably responsible for it. And you kind of, connected the dots sort of and decided that these two are basically, or at least one of them is the wizard the ship's captain is looking for. So maybe
Okay.
they will know the way to the prison. And then a rat goes by, kind of looks at you and looks at them. And so, what is it do you do?
So, I mean, as a druid, I would probably actually be a rat or something in this, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, I think at this point I'm not gonna talk to them straight up. I'm gonna follow them for a while and observe.
Okay, so Aline and
doing.
Galen, you see two rats approaching you. One of them with pointy ears.
and I do consider killing them to put it into the giant's like food,
Right.
poison it. But they're ogres here; they're probably used to eating bread, so I don't
Yeah.
do that.
So Forgar,
Galen,
did
we're gonna
you
be here for a while.
did you instruct them in any way? The rats, I mean, or did you tell them?
I think so. I think I was supposed to go find the things that didn't belong in the ship, because they're human and whatever else races we are, and then to report back once they found them.
Okay, so one of the rat approaches you two and kind of sniffs you in a way that is very strange, and it goes like meep, 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 as it looks at the both of you, and then he kind of starts to circle himself, and then he bolts back, while the other rat kind of looks surprised. What? and he just stays like awkwardly looking at you.
That's not how rats used to behave back on the farm. I guess the giant rats here on this ship is well, normal sized rat, but still on the giant ship they are different. Let's go to that wine room and see if we can find some cognac or brandy or something that we can actually set on fire there before we go investigate those routes.
Mm,
So we can sabotage the ships and hopefully stop it from going to Waterdeep right away at least.
Yeah. So Phileas, at this point, you're
okay, yeah.
you're pretty sure that these are the droids you're
yeah,
looking
and
for.
before they set the ship on fire, I better intervene.
I'm like,
Um,
Galen, maybe we should drink some of that cognac before we set it on fire. It's probably good stuff.
Really?
okay,
Really?
okay. So yeah, at this point, I turn back into my elven form. Like, and I'm
Firebolt?
like,
Yeah.
Fireball.
Fireball. And I'm like, friends, I believe we are playing on the same team here, but I don't think.
Like, I have like my fist up, like
Fist like
Yeah.
awkwardly crawling around this like Avenger.
There's like a firebolt ready to launch.
No. Hear me out. I don't like these frost giants either, but I don't think lighting the ship on fire will do any good.
No, it
will
would
not.
sink it.
You're-
That would be
you're-
good.
You're one of those Centurions, aren't you? Working
I'm
with
not with
giants.
anyone.
Right, you're not with anyone. Yes, I get that. Sure.
Who are you?
Well, I'm looking to free a friend on this ship, who is kept prisoner here, and
Welcome to
I
the
believe
club.
that. Yeah. So as I said, I believe we are playing on the same team here.
This friend, is it a giant? I forgot what the stone giant.
Harsh
or-
snag.
Harshnag,
Harshnag.
yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a
Oh.
giant.
Okay, because we already freed him.
Then that's good for you.
Yes. So, who are your friend?
Let's just I don't know. Can we maybe just get the ship safely back to harbor and then
Oh no, it's not getting there safely.
Yeah, no. This ship is on the way to Waterdeep to destroy Waterdeep. Or at
Mhm.
least attack it.
We were trying to stop it.
We don't have any control of, the ship in any way.
yeah, I don't sinking the ship will not work for me.
A-
This
a
will not
a-
work to
A fire won't
Save my
sink
friend.
the ship. It will just, at most, slow it down. Like the last time we attacked it, got a dragon to tear up half the ship. It barely slowed it down.
And how are you getting off the ship anyways if you destroy it?
We have some griffin flying around somewhere, hopefully.
Possibly a submarine.
No,
That's
that's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Damn it.
I guess a submarine could
Well,
work.
then you're the
but-
worst politician ever.
Do you
That-
know what a
that
submarine
sounds
is?
that sounds like a way better plan. Let's yeah, you're right. Maybe I probably
I-
don't. Right?
Yeah, and I didn't actually see the griffins around, but I'm sure they're nearby.
Yeah, I think my friend might be a little too heavy for a griffin.
Who is this friend? Are they
You'll
large?
find out in time. Yeah, he's pretty large.
Yeah,
I say he. Okay.
yeah.
Let's go find him.
I don't mind you going to look for your heavy friend, but I really do
Traitor.
think we should try to, sabotage the ship a bit to slow them down, so
Yes.
we don't get to Waterdeep.
Hmm.
So at this point, Eileen, Galen, and Peleus, please make perception checks.
Ooh, 18.
8.
Oh, finally, I have good perception for once.
Oh,
And I rolled
No,
a
you
natural
don't.
Well,
he's
you're
back.
cheap.
He's
Why
back.
did you tempt? Why did you
You
tempt
fit
fate?
right in.
Why did you tempt fate?
So Eileen, you got an 18?
8.
Oh, an
Yeah,
8.
I got an 18.
Okay, Galen, great. So Galen, as you kind of talk to Peleus, and you can see Eileen is basically popping her head up again to watch the deck. You see the corridor, the air vent that is behind Peleus kind of starts to fill with frost. Frost kind of
Okay, I changed the plan. We're not going down there to the mime room. I think we need to like just get up to the on the deck like real quietly and real sneakily, like right now. Follow me.
Okay.
When I turn around, do
I-
I see that as well?
Yes, you all see it, and when Galen kind of points the way, you all also hear voices like echoes in the air vents.
Well,
Mm.
can we recognize any of that sound? Like, is it goblins?
It sounds like something very. It reminds you of goblins, but not exactly. The camera pans back to Quarian with his hands up the air. Ready
I,
to
will-
Okay.
I will cast Pass Without Trace, by the way,
Okay.
on all of us.
Don't forget, we're under the door, right? We're in the crack underneath the door.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm going to try and do. And while I'm saying this, I'm refreshing my backup character.
I don't have a backup character. You better not kill me.
No, just me. Okay, so as I said, I'm casting Phantasmal Force on this giant, and what I want him to see. First, I want him to hear. He said that there's another door on the other side of the room.
Correct.
Right. I want him to hear his captain, the captain of the ship, screaming to him, "Come over here! I need your help!" From the other side of the door, like banging, and then come over here from the other side. And a few seconds later, if it doesn't, I want her to actually to see. I want him to see her actually opening the door, coming in, urging him to come out, to follow her.
You can do all that with phantasmal force.
I can do with Phantasmal Force. It takes root in his mind. A creature that you can see within. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a fail save, you can create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice.
Can they?
That is no larger than a 10-foot cube. How large are these giants?
These
Very
are
big.
huge. So
Do they go into the diagonal of a cube?
so
When geometry helps you out.
They can squeeze into any volume. They're liquid.
So let me see. So with phantasmal force, you can basically try and maybe do
A persuasion check?
yeah, maybe like bang the door or something like that, and let me check.
Yeah, a frost giant is 21 feet tall.
21. So no, that doesn't go into the diagonal of a 10-foot cube.
On average, at least. It could be a short frost giant leader.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the captain.
No,
Just
the-
his head. You know?
That's the child of the captain, like. Or,
Yeah.
or the captain comes crawling
Okay.
through the door.
So-
Just the
Alien.
captain's head. Just the captain's head peeking in through the door.
Yeah, so I would say that since the phantasm includes sounds, temperature, I would say that as long as he doesn't see that it's captain, you can probably like create an illusion that she's banging on his door or something like that.
Okay. So I'll do that. I will do an illusion that she's banging at the door, screaming at him to come quick.
Okay, so what's the DC for the spell? I think he failed it. but-
So it's an intelligence saving throw 15.
Okay, so luckily he has a -1 on his intelligence, so he failed by 1 point.
Wow.
So he raises his head and roars, "Who calls for Berglamere?" As he eyes the door.
She's screaming, "You're captain, you idiot! Come over here right now!"
Okay. He strides, like he takes one big leap, like a huge stride. He reaches the door. You can see something interesting. You can see that as he is about to open the door, he also picks up his great axe, as if he's expecting some unpleasant encounter with his captain.
Wow,
And then
nice.
and then he opens the door.
Okay, when he opens the door, he sees his captain's leg passing around the corridor,
Amazing.
screaming to him, "Come on, you idiot! Come over here!"
When I see him go for the door, I'm gonna start moving towards the dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you to see if you can block the door after he leaves.
Oh, which way does the door open? In or out?
So the door that he's approaching is opens out.
Damn it!
Damn
In.
it.
Sorry, you know, I
Oh.
got it. Yeah, I
Okay.
understood the action. So he.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna make a dash for that door.
Okay, so he picks up the axe. He opens the door, looks outside. I need you to make an intimidation check. To make him follow his leader.
Okay, I got a 12 plus intimidation. 17.
17 is very good. Yes, so with a 17, keep banging into this. This is really annoying. With a 17, you manage to persuade him to follow his captain. Obviously, they're not in good terms, so he kind of grabs the axe and drags him on the icy floor.
Okay,
kind of
she's-
si- yeah.
He hears her screaming her, "Hurry up! Stop dragging your feet! Come on!"
When you hear his steps kind of disappear in the distance as he leaves the
Okay,
room.
so, all right, Brian, your turn.
Do I make it to the door?
Yes.
Okay, can I quietly close it?
Yes, make a dexterity check just to make sure, because it is big. Or maybe a
Ooh, 15.
strength check if it's better suits you.
14.
A 14.
Either or 14
yeah,
or 15.
yeah. You can slowly slide the door back.
Okay, then it's a single door, right? Just
Yes.
not a double door. Okay, so I'll put my cane up against it and cause it to stay there.
Yeah. So you all
Okay.
see
Okay.
Anderist.
You guys have seen that before, yeah.
You all see Anderist puts his magical cane. It stays in the air right where he put it, whispering a word over it, and then the door is.
Awesome. Can we open the door and slide in real quick?
Yes.
All three of us?
Yes, you can.
And okay, we'll close it right behind us.
All right, four guys
Um,
with us, right?
So the phantasmal force, is it concentration? What's the range?
It is concentration. The range, I think, is probably.
I think you have to be able to see your target though,
Okay.
which you
Yeah.
can't through the door.
I can't. Right, but it's probably gone already.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also just a 60 feet range. You probably left it.
So the dwarf on the metal table looks at you, shaking, and she says, "Please, free me quickly."
Okay. Can you guys help me? I'll start cutting up her ropes, and
I'm gonna stay at the door and listen
Okay.
by my cane.
I help.
Cool. While I cut out the ropes, I'm trying to see if I can use Mage Hand to pull out some of the pins from the board and put them in different locations.
Okay. Got it. Awesome.
Nice, clever.
Nice.
So, you, Quarian, make a sleight of hand check or dexterity if you're not proficient with that, to kind of change the pins as you cut the rope. And Forgar and Anderist, I need you both to make perception checks.
Okay, I got a 12 in sleight of hand.
Okay.
6. I'm engrossed in what he's doing on the map.
Instead of helping him.
Yeah, I'm standing by the door listening.
3.
Oh my
Oh
God.
god.
Okay. So you two are quite busy.
We're good dogs.
Okay, so you two are looking at Quarian's mage hand kind of unpinning and repinning those red dots. The dwarf tells you when the ropes kind of when she is cut loose, she approaches you, grabs you by the shoulder and says, "Thank you, Thank you very much. You have saved my life. I'm in your debt.
Tell her. We're going to get you out of here, but we
Ah.
need you to be very, very quiet.
Yes, you will be very quiet and you will follow me. I can lead you to a way out. I've seen it. They have this big room where they put all the rubbish and then they flush it once a day. We can hide there. It will be smelly, but we will be out.
No, I have a better option. Trust me on this. So I don't want to spend too much time there rearranging the pins. If I feel that it's too many pins, I'm just going to like try to just throw them to the floor or something like in a fast actions.
Okay.
Um,
When
I'm guessing
you
let's
say
get out of there.
Prestidigitation could do that.
when you say trust me, you see that she wanders around the room and she starts to flip chests open and there are shelves there. She climbs to. Whoa. That's noisy. Just a minute.
Elevator music turns on. Shit, we didn't notice the elevator in the room. Ding!
Bunch of guys with machine guns come out. SWAT team.
She looks at shelves. She opens books. She removes all kinds of torture utensils, and she mumbles, "It's got to be here. It's got to be
what
here.
are you looking for?
My sending stone. I will call for my father to help.
What does it look like?
It's a small stone with a dwarven rune on top of it. Please help me find it." And she continues. And
okay.
she falls on her knees and starts to look at the floor.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give her some Bardric inspirations. So she gets an extra 7 on her ability check.
Okay. Extra 7.
I'll help her look.
Okay.
I can help her look.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to the door anyways.
So, after like a minute or so, you all help her, and she kind of grabs this
No, not me.
stone, and she says, "Yes, found it."
Come with us. No, be very, very quiet. I want to lead them back to the room downstairs so we can hide over there.
Okay.
To the safe room.
So, as you all turn to leave the room, you hear a voice saying,
Wait, Brian, what are you saying?
I'm waiting by the door until you guys are out of the room before I remove my cane.
Okay.
Yes. So, what you see is this huge great axe flying above the heads of the three of you and sticks into the door just in front of you. And you hear the voice of Berglamir, the torturer, saying, "Oh no, you're not."
Where the hell is he?
Where did he come from?
He returned back from his search for his captain and found the two guardians on the door, kind of wondering, what?
Wait, so
How
he
did
came
he
from the
open-
No, he returned from the same way he left. So he left to search for his captain. You two stayed to watch the door, but you rolled very poorly.
Yeah, that door.
Yeah, that door.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that-
he returned.
I was at that door. But how did he get past my cane?
No, he didn't. He just threw his axe. He's trying
Through
to.
the door?
It's open, right? You left a.
No, I
No,
closed the
it
door.
was shut.
Oh, you didn't leave.
I
Okay.
closed the door and I'm using my cane to hold it shut.
Rewind. Let's do it using Jack Nicholson putting an axe through the door. Okay.
Awesome.
So he could probably make a strength check to try and smash it down. It's a DC 30 strength check, but he could
Might
be able to do it. I don't know.
He might. He has like a +6 to his strength check.
Oh, so
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. But I rolled very poorly. So he crashes his axe, cracks the door, gets
Oh,
out the
Jesus.
axe, and then stuffs his face in. Here comes Berglamir.
Jesus.
I breathe lightning.
Okay, so let's roll initiative. So the three
Oh,
of you,
God.
4 of you.
You,
I
you
don't
guys
wanna
want
do
to
this.
make a dash for it?
Oh yeah, don't worry about me. Standing by the door.
You're coming with us.
Yeah. I'll be the last one out of the. I got a 3 initiative.
Okay, amazing.
I got a
I'm pretty
13.
pretty shocked by all of this.
You're like that woman in that one scene when she's like,
I got
next to
Yeah.
the door.
I got a 9.
Okay. Great. Eileen and Galen and Peleus, please roll initiative 2.
Okay.
I got a 6.
6
17.
20 for Galen.
20 for Galen and 17 for Peleus. Okay. So, Frost Giant with a very interesting result here. And oh, that's nice. Do. Yes. Okay. +1. So great. So, Galen, Peleus, and Eileen, you see 3 strange creatures made of ice. They have short wingspans. They are kind of hunched and with very, very, very long and like razor sharp noses. There's an aura of frost around them as they hop, chattering and giggling through the air vents. They look at you and immediately burst into laughter. And then one of them simply says, "There they are!" And he breathes this cloud of frost that, let me see if it engulfs you all, a 15-foot cone. So yeah. So I need you to make dexterity saves, the 3 of you.
How big
In
is
an-
the air vent, by the way?
In an air
So
vent.
we're not
Yeah.
crawling or anything, right?
So no, you're not crawling.
Oh, good.
Like a giant
Oh.
size
It's a
air
giant
vent.
sized air vent, yeah.
Natural 20, so 27.
Amazing.
Noise.
Dexterity save. Okay, I got a 2.
Okay.
He's
Rolling
back.
really late. Yeah,
Yes,
rolling
you are. It's
really
great.
late today.
Good to see you. Good to meet you.
Those sound like my rolls.
So, how did you do, Eileen?
Oh, a 9. I was
9.
muted.
Okay, so Eileen and Peleus, you both take 8 points of damage. Galen, you take
Oh.
half of that.
Yes.
So that was the
So I
first.
look-
What?
So yeah, I look really hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
Ow.
So that
Yeah,
was the
I look like I
first-
have
was
6
looking,
health.
I was looking really hurt before this, but
Oh, good.
Okay. The other 2 simply approach you and try to claw you with their razor sharp fingers. They will attack Galen and Peleus. So Galen, does a 20 to hits you?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know it does.
So
Yes.
So you take an
Like
additional
really smug. Like that's a 20.
20?
additional 4 points of
No.
damage, slashing
Oh,
damage.
no.
Yeah.
And Peleus, my guess is that you're not hit by a 9.
No, I'm not hit by a 9.
Okay, so-
Barely.
So you
It's
dodge
close.
out of the way.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
Does Peleus have another backup character?
Peleus is naked.
Okay.
Peleus too.
So Galen, you're up next. What do you do?
Yes. Well, I had really hoped to sneak away from here, but I guess it's time to smash these. Yeah, I know what they are, but yeah, weird ice creatures. Since Galen doesn't know, but he'll. Yeah, I assume it's like there's enough room to swing around my quarterstaff and everything,
Yes.
so I'll do that.
Okay.
That's a 12.
A 12 hits them.
Oh, good. So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay, so 8 points of damage sends ice shards onto the floor, and the creature shrieks.
Okay. Then I'll make it
Nice.
squeak again. And second time is a 12 also for 6 points of damage.
Okay. So 2 blows. Ice flies everywhere.
How hurt does it look?
It's hard to assess. He does kind of limp toward his friends as you hit him.
Yeah, I won't let him limp away. I will spend a key point and kick him twice.
Okay.
9 to hit.
No. A 9.
Yeah. Oh, and a 17.
A 17 definitely hits.
Wow.
Or come on, stop being slow. Roll 20. 6 points of damage.
Okay, another 6 points. So that's actually 12. Okay, so the creature looks badly hurt. Like shards of ice fall from him. His wings are kind of broken, and he drags itself to the safety of the vicinity of his friends.
Well, if he's banging away from me, then I might also just, don't come near me again, I say as I also slowly back away.
Okay, Peleus, you're up.
I will turn. Wait, does the large beast fit in here?
Actually, yes. It's the
Okay,
place is
so
big
I will
enough.
turn. I will turn into a giant octopus and just grab one of them. I just lash out with one of my tentacles and
Okay.
grab one of them.
Awesome.
It's the first time I've ever seen anyone do an octopus. I love it.
A dire one as well.
A dire
That's
vent
a
octopus.
19 to hit.
Yes.
Nice.
So you're after one of the fresh ones or after the cracked one?
No, I'll take a fresh one.
Okay. Like those
Well,
kids who swallow a cube of ice, right?
I do 7 bludgeoning damage and I grapple one of them. So
Okay.
yeah, he has a grappled condition, DC 16.
16. Yeah. So here they are not very strong. So you grab him easily. It shrieks as you kind of contort around its form and crack it a little bit. So yeah, he didn't enjoy that. Anything
Okay.
else?
No, that's it.
Okay. So let's go back to Forgar below with the giant. So this huge creature is trying to force his way through the door, either by opening it or simply bashing it. What do you do?
Well, you said that he shoved his face in to yell at us.
Yes.
Definitely look up and breathe lightning right at his
Okay.
face.
Awesome. Shoot.
Okay, it's a deck save.
I will give him disadvantage because he's kind of sticking his face.
Yeah. 14.
Okay. So yeah, he takes the full blast.
Fantastic.
That's
That is math. 13 lightning damage.
13 points of lightning damage. Great. His
Awesome.
hairs, the hair on his beard kind of stand up. And he-
Everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere. And you can hear him curse. Awesome. Anything else?
No.
Run.
Where are we gonna run to? This is like
The way we came in.
Out.
No, there's the other way
Where
we
he
came.
is where we came in.
No,
No.
it's not.
What?
Other way.
We came in from the other way, from the other side.
There's 2 doors.
Well, then I run to the other door.
Okay. So you
Good.
bolt out of the room. So it basically takes your entire turn to get to the other side and basically stand near the door. That's fine.
Oh God.
Quarian, you're up.
Okay. I tell the dwarf to run run with Forgar. I tell Andorist, I'm about to send him away. Once he runs away, run. And I'm gonna cast on him the Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
He needs to do a Wisdom saving throw, DC 15, and he's going to do it. I'm going to give him a Bardric cutting words.
Okay.
So he gets -8 on his roll.
Oh my god, amazing.
A string of insults and
And-
whispers in his head. This poor giant, he's had too much stuff, too much going on in his brain.
I'm going to try to make it sound like his captain again. He gets 10
you
points.
worm, you maggot.
Exactly. 10 points of damage,
Okay.
and he needs to spend his action. Must make a wisdom. It uses its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows him away from me.
Okay, awesome. So are you staying where you are, or are you bolting to the door also?
Also bolting to the door
Okay.
and getting ready. As soon as everybody else is moving out, I'm going to cast another spell before I leave.
Okay, so you see his face disappear. It's
Okay.
he's spending his action or immediate reaction.
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 Okay. So as soon as you cast the spell, his face are gone, but you can still hear him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you bolt outside of the room, you suddenly hear his voice shouting. You're not the only one able to cast spells, wizard. Damn it.
Ah, crap.
And then.
And the door explodes.
Yes, it does.
Shit.
Okay.
With
Well,
a.
good thing there's nobody near the door.
Exactly. I'm so glad I'm behind cover.
So the spell is a 100-foot line, so no problem there. So a stroke of lightning basically explodes through the door, and it blasts out. So the door is basically torn to shrapnel, and it also ignites the parts of the door that are made of wood. So it simply goes flame. But
And what happens to the poor person who was totally not standing right behind the door?
so
He watches
Ender
the
is-
rest of the game.
Ender is
Now,
there.
he would probably cast it at like his like at least waist or chest height, right? Which is like way over my head.
Yeah. So,
He doesn't know I'm there.
No, so you are not hit by lightning, but they still need you to make dexterity saving
Shrapnel.
throw. Yeah, to save yourself from shrapnel.
Son of a. I think it's just me, Quarian.
No, I got an 8, so I failed.
I got it worse.
So, okay, that's not too bad. This is 17 points of damage from wood flying into the room like like bullets out of a shotgun.
Do I need to make this deck save?
Only anyone who is at the door, like.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
Wasted that 20.
Bro, why is it just Andrews? We were all three of us
You're
were
on
at the
the-
door.
No,
I ran-
other door.
The other
The
door.
other door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the door that's holding him back, he exploded, so that he can get into the room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
I'm
the
the-
shaman from the other side or something.
No.
Okay,
But
all right.
So you guys definitely see a lot of blood coming out of me. I'm barely
Okay.
standing.
I tell you to run.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
you can hear Berglamir shouts. You will come here and fight for honor. Don't run like cowards.
Clearly has no idea who he's talking to.
Good thing Eileen's not there.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that was his turn. He will.
Does he move closer?
Yeah,
Or
he-
stay where he is?
He does move closer, but I don't think since he cast a spell, he can't move his entire. So he moves 40 feet. So this is basically. It puts him basically back at the door. So
Oh, so right in front of me.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right where I want him to be.
Okay, and then we
Thanks.
are at Eline's turn. So you still have two creatures made of ice in front of you.
Hmm. One of the
And the giant tentacle monster. Kill the tentacle monster.
yes, of course. The cut off tentacles. So it was only two. One of them is grappled.
One of them is grappled. The octopus kind of sucks on him.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. I'm
yeah.
going to.
One of them is badly hurt, and the other one is wasn't really hurt, but just a bit.
You
All
have
right.
advantage against grappled targets, by the way.
I have.
Should be right. Hello?
Only if they're restrained, I think.
I mean, he's grappled. He is restrained.
He can't move.
So grappled.
Only if it says he's restrained. Grapple and restrained are two different things. It's a bit weird.
If the target is a creature, it is grappled. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained.
Yeah,
so that's-
it's simply his speed is reduced to 0. That's it.
Yeah, but he's restrained also, because that's also in the condition. It's a bit weird.
Okay,
o-
so
only
restrained
grapple,
is
summon, grapple,
simply
and restrained.
disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throw, and attackers have advantage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at not the restrained one because I don't want the other one to get away.
Okay.
At level 1, 21 to hit.
Yes.
It's gonna be fire damage.
Nice.
16.
On the cracked one, on the grappled one,
Cracked one.
cracked one. So you crack it even further, and it collapses into bits of ice. Disappears.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Anything else, Aline?
No. I cover its mouth so it doesn't yell. I say.
Okay.
Yeah, he's all wrapped up in tentacles.
And the wrist. We're back at your. We're at your turn.
So, if I run, he gets an opportunity. No, he already
No.
used his reaction.
So he used his reaction this turn, so he can't attack you.
Okay, I'm running as fast as I can.
Actually, it's just been his turn, so it resets.
So he does have a reaction.
Why?
It resets on his turn.
It's
Okay.
After it was his turn, he has like.
okay,
a
but
reaction again.
you can still, if you want, you can take the dodge action and
Disengage.
But then I can only
disengage.
move
yeah,
once, which only puts me halfway across the room.
No,
correct.
It's enough.
Hmm?
Forguy
Because it's
could-
an action.
Yeah, but Forguy could use lightning, which is also action, and then move to get.
If you
No, he was halfway in the room, though.
Oh.
I was on the far side of the room. So
Mm.
my move won't take me all the way to the door. It'll only take me halfway through the room.
yeah, but his axe is not with him, so yeah, it's
Yeah, but he's got a big friggin' hand, and I have 1 hit point.
oh my god.
Run. I can get
Oh
out
yeah.
of it.
Oh yeah.
I'll-
You can stop this guy from hitting me.
I'll send him back again.
Yeah, on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you make it to me,
Okay.
I kill you.
Okay,
You
I
can,
gotta try
you can
something.
also take the dodge action,
Which is again an action.
Disengage.
All right. I'm gonna try something else. I'm going to unleash my necrotic shroud, which requires an action.
okay.
So I sprout skeletal ghostly wings from my back. My eyes turn into deep pools of blackness, and he needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
DC 14.
right.
Nice.
So he failed it.
Oh yes. Okay, so he is frightened until the end of my next turn,
Okay.
which means he cannot move closer to me, right?
So frightened means
Yeah.
And he has
Yeah,
disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
frightened. Yes.
Fear is so good.
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and he cannot willingly move toward the source of the fear.
Okay. Perfect. And then I
you
run.
move. Okay. But okay, so he will.
Well, limp.
Yeah. So he will try to smack you, but he will have disadvantage on the attack. So. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a disability on top of that then.
Cutting
Okay.
words again.
I'm gonna cut his word. Yeah, I'm gonna use cutting words for him.
Amazing. So that might just save
That's
Please.
gonna take. Gets a -2.
a -2. So lowest
Mother's a
roll,
goblin.
lowest roll was 11
Ah, poor goblin.
plus 9, which is 20, -2.
Oh, he hits me.
It's-
Holy crap!
What's you? But that's
Oh god.
yeah, that's his bare hand, not his great axe.
Oh, so it only does 1 plus his strength bonus.
Yeah, something like that.
How,
Yeah,
how many
so-
hit points do you have?
1.
So you take 7 points
anymore.
of damage,
Okay, I'm down.
Damn.
and you can see the body of the unconscious Andorus kind of
Slide across the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the momentum slide him to us?
I would rule that yes.
Awesome.
So, P.S. That's not a concentration ability. He's still scared of me.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was like a oh.
Yeah. God.
God.
What is this ugly thing?
No, he probably slapped you away. No,
Yeah.
gone.
Exactly. Oh god. Where's my extra character?
Okay. We are back at those icy creatures.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. So we only have 2 of them. One of them tries to escape the grapple by moving and sneaking and melting a little bit to make your grip slippery. And rolls a natural 20.
Okay.
So he managed
does
to
it.
pull out, but I think this is his action.
Mhm.
So he just stays there along with your tentacles. He just,
Okay.
I did it, but I'm still in trouble.
There's 7 other tentacles.
Yeah. The other one will try to. Yeah. So the octopus looks frightening. Oh, actually,
Isn't the other one
I-
destroyed?
oh,
3 of them.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
crap.
Yeah, 1 breathed and 2 went to attack.
Right.
I should have moved down the tunnel so I would get attacks of opportunity.
So they will. He will try to claw the octopus. He hits AC 21.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Only
doing-
11 AC.
Yeah, 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And his friend basically says, "Let's get out of here. They're too strong for us. Let's notify Druffy. She will take care of them." And they seem to be starting a retreat, which means the octopus can try to opportunity attack one of them.
Okay, I will try to opportunity attack the. Wait, can I use just a regular melee attack, or can I do like my tentacle attack? I mean, he doesn't really have a regular melee attack besides the tentacle.
A tentacle is fine.
Okay, I will grab the further away one then. I think he's still in my melee range. It's 15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you smack him.
Yeah, I will grapple him actually.
Okay.
I mean, that's his attack. It's like tentacles, grapple melee attack, does so and so damage.
Okay. So tell me your damage. Might be important. Okay, and the other one scuttles away, or at least he backs off like I don't know, 30 feet.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit
Yes.
for 10 damage, and again he's restrained and grappled.
Okay, so let's say that the one who was grappled before is grappled again, but the other one slinks away 30 feet. Okay, which brings us to Galen.
Yes. How far away is the one who's backing away? You said
30
you said
feet.
it moved like-
You had backed
Yeah.
away as well.
I backed away also, but I didn't really say how much I backed away. I have 40 feet of movement. Can I make it up to him?
Yeah, let's say you can.
Then I'll run up to him and smack him like, "You're not gonna warn your boss."
Okay.
So that's a 1. Well,
So
8.
you
but
sleep.
Yeah.
You sleep on ice.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Awesome.
as I'm falling, I'll hit it with the other end of the quarterstaff. Oh, yeah, that's a 17.
Okay.
7 points of damage.
Yes.
And then I'll use my last key point to flurry of blows. So I'll kick him once for that's 22 to hit,
Yes.
and 8 points of damage.
Wait.
And then I'll make him make a strength save.
Wait.
to not go
8
prone.
plus that's a
7.
15.
attack.
So your kick basically cracks it, and it bursts into this cloud of sharp ice. Now I forgot that when these beasties die, they kind of
They
cause
explode.
yeah, so they explode.
Which I knew. Well, I knew. Galen didn't know.
Yeah,
If he knew
I-
that, he probably wouldn't have gone up to attack it.
I'm a very bad. I'm very bad with running monsters. So
It's fine. I think it's a dex save for
Yeah.
half damage.
yeah. So do your dex save.
18.
18. So that's only 2 points of damage.
2 points.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still fine.
Okay. So you only have one grappled creature still at the tentacled grip of Peleus, and it is your turn, Octopus.
Oh, my turn again. Oh yeah, right. The other one was my reaction. I will turn back into elven form, and I like awkwardly like hold him with my arms, and I ask him, "Who is this master you're talking about?"
He looks at you and says, "Master? I don't have any master. I'm just a traveler here on this boat." What master?
You don't look like a traveler. I will do an inside check, please.
He says, "Well, you
Determined.
don't look like a traveler too." Yeah, roll for insight.
Okay. Inside. That's 17.
Okay, so obviously he is trying to save his skin by lying, and he kind of, as you choke him, he extends like a hand and says, "Fletcher Redclave, that's my name, yes. What's yours?"
No, I'm the one asking the questions. Now tell me, what are you doing on the ship?
He tries to bite you.
Okay.
So he rolled very poorly, and he looks at you after his failed attempt and says, "Something got stuck in my teeth."
Sure.
It's a good chokehold you've got there.
I'm genuinely pleased to hear that. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm training a lot.
I'm practicing it on my brother.
He says, between coughs and chokes, he says, "You know, the giants, they've have a room. They have some sacks in the room with some magic items. There, I can show you the way. Please, there."
I'm not looking for magic items, but have you seen where they store their timber? Maybe?
Yes, a lot of timber. I know precisely. Yeah,
Okay.
I need
Look,
air.
I'm not looking to hurt you. You guys attacked us first. You can go if you show me the timber, and well, I have to kind of make sure that you don't tell the frost giants, but let's worry about it later. Just show me the timber first, and then I'll let you go. and I will still like hold onto his wing, arm, whatever.
Mhm.
But I'm not like full on hugging him. I'm just like holding him so that he can't run away or anything.
Okay. So he looks at you and says, do you want the living timber or the dead one?
Yes, the living timber.
So the living
You're a
timber.
smart one, aren't you?
Well, you you too. I have the phrase in Hebrew, but
He has a weakness for compliments.
so the living timber is right next to the other prisoners. I can lead you to the other prisoners as well.
Okay, yeah, let's go there. And I turn around to look at my two friends. I'm like, is that the direction you're heading into?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tie him up. I come up to you with a rope.
So he is looking at you, Aline and Galen, and he says, "The wizard prisoner. Yes, you want the wizard prisoner."
Yes, I say as I'm dusting off like icicles and like plucking out like shards of ice, like, ow, that really hurt.
I can take you to the wizard prisoner and the living tree. Yes, Phil, come, follow me.
Yes. Are there anybody guarding them?
Oh, many gods, but that's your problem.
Hey,
And then he turns
Okay.
around and see, look, this big air vent. Look, it is magnificent. It's a remarkable piece of architecture. You can
Yes,
see here the
maybe-
bolts.
maybe we should rest a bit before we go deep
Like
with the
8
gods.
hours.
Like,
At least an hour, but 8 hours will be fine. Yes. Just a quick like
Well,
nap.
let's get the location first, and then once we know that, we can ice this guy and take a nap.
But ice him like he has ice. What are you talking about?
Well, ice him more.
Galen is looking like really confused. Ice? He's already ice.
Forgar. Yeah, so you have crossed, you moved like half the room, or you're basically standing at the door right now, and you can see your friends running after you with the giant exploding the door and making Anderist look like a pincushion. What do you do?
I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna scoop up Anders on my shoulder. I got a strength of like 16. I think I can carry
Oh yeah.
body. And while I do that, I'm gonna cast Cure Wound.
Okay.
And he gets.
You don't need to scoop me up if you cure my wounds.
Well, it seemed appropriate.
I appreciate that. I still have the wings, and my eyes are still black, by the way.
Cool.
And when
Cool. You get 8 hit points.
Okay. And when you touch me, my skin is icy cold to the touch.
I don't like that.
And
I
my
barely
eyes pop
feel it.
open, and they're just solid black.
So
I look at you and I tell you that's creepy, and I keep running back towards the door.
It gives you a half smile.
Red Nora, the dwarf, she also runs to Anderist, and she picks you up as Forgar heals you, and then she looks at your eyes and feels your touch, and she kind of backs off a little bit, and then she puts you on your feet and kind of slams you on the back.
Okay, so telepathically, she'll recognize the voice. I'll say thank you.
Thank you. Now to the drain. And she grabs you by the
Oh,
collar,
Jesus.
and she's running.
Okay. So over my back, I'm going to give the giant the finger.
He can't run over to you.
That's right.
Okay, so you're up, and he's still frightened.
Yeah, can't come closer till the end of my turn.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we are not at the end of your turn. We were at Forgar's turn. So you and the dwarf half carry Anderist, and then you flee out of the room, right into Quarian's turn.
Okay. Quarian is going to cast Dissonant Whispers again on that giant, and then I'm going to run outside after them.
Okay.
So again, he needs to do intelligence. We said no, wisdom. Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Wow, I can't roll today. This dice is it's broken. I'll replace it. Okay. And he fails.
And he needs to run away again, and he takes.
So he kind of casts spells and
Run away.
It takes 12 points of damage this time.
Okay.
This giant's gonna have nightmares forever.
And then we're going to run after, along with the guys. If I'm a bit, if I can run to be in front of them, I'm gonna show them the way. I don't know.
So he
Actually, she's trying to show us the way, right? The dwarven lady is
yes,
show us the way.
she's taking you to basically to the toilets. So Bergelmir shouts after you. You will die 1,000 deaths before you leave this ship. Mark my words.
He's that far back and he still can't come closer.
Yeah. Grab me so I won't kill you.
Yeah, hold me back, hold me back.
Hold me back. Okay.
That's a good combination.
Yeah. So with his turn, let's see, what can he do? He can't get closer. So he will turn back. No, he won't. He won't turn back. Sorry, he can't. He's too stubborn for that. So he will cast another spell.
So he's 40. The room is 60, so he's like 130 feet away.
Yeah, so let's see if he has something that can actually hit you guys.
Catapult.
100 feet away would have been better. Like, not that I know that a lightning bolt is 100 feet.
Shut your hole. That would kill me.
Yes, I'm very happy fighting like 3 small ice buffets instead of the
Yeah,
giant.
right? I went with the wrong group.
Yeah. Yeah, but because we haven't been in danger at all. Like,
Yeah,
Galen haven't. Like, I wasn't like one failure away from dying on the shoulder of an ogre. No, not at all.
So this guy, he will. Oh yeah, he can. So he takes a few steps toward you, but he still keeps his distance, like to basically the maximum 90 feet. And
No,
then
he can't. He
What?
can't move forward. He can't move forward as long as Anderist is in sight.
oh,
no
I
matter
see,
the
I
tree.
see, I see. So in
As
this
long as
case,
he can see Anderist, he
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
move
Yep.
forward.
okay, so he blinks and then he can't see Andrist.
Damn it. Damn it, he saw through it.
He's
So,
sorry.
yeah.
This is a near-side giant. He can't see anymore.
That's right. Right. He puts his glasses on and runs away.
So he will simply hurl his axe because he can't do anything else. No spell. But
At one long distance.
yeah, he will have a disadvantage on the roll.
He's very strong.
But he's
Yeah,
not
with
very
plus
strong.
9 to hit.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So he will target. Who is at the back? So Quarian, you're at you're first, and then I guess it's between Forgar, probably Forgar.
Forgar, the
Forgar
dwarf,
is
and me
raising his
were all
hand
kind of
and
in a
nodding.
group.
Yeah, so he will target the Dragonborn, and that's 17, and that's a 14. So
Neither hits.
Wait,
wait, it's
Wait.
plus 9.
Without the modifier.
23.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Fine.
Yeah, so so the axe flies at you, and he shouts. Wait, he's shouting something special.
The axe is bigger than you, man.
Yeah. At the echo also seems to be gone, James.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Wait, he shouts. I will tell you what he shouts. Thorgout, seek the blood, and then he throws the axe, and the axe kind of shrieks as it flies through the air and lodges itself at your back. Thorgout.
Ouch.
Keep running with that axe on your back.
Yeah.
Drag it.
That's
Congratulations,
yours.
You just gained a nice magical frost giant axe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's,
that
only
it's
eight.
I
severed
think
your,
it's me.
it severed your spine, but you have a new fancy looking spine.
that's
Who needs
a
that?
24 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
I am still up.
Yes.
I have 5 hit points.
Oh
does the-
crap.
Does the axe fly back to him or something? Or does
So
it stay
it,
there?
I would say that it is lodged between Forgar's shoulder blades. So Forgar runs with his axe now.
Stuck in your armor.
And the handle kind of does this as he runs.
He's bragging. It's probably as big as I am. Leaving a nice straight mark along the ice floor.
I think you have another tail there, or maybe I've been drinking too much.
Yes. Yeah, so that was the giant cursing.
Damn.
And then it is Eline's turn. So,
Mm.
Eline.
There's one. Yeah.
You were tying up the imp.
Yeah, I want to tie up the imp real good. Muzzle him. Well, no, I won't muzzle him. No.
So he,
Do
as you kind of tie him up, he says, "No, that's a butterfly tie. No, you're making it. This is wrong. This is wrong. You should the other way
Shut the hell.
inside."
I know. I've tied many knots.
Me too. I've been living on this ship for years now.
I was born on a ship.
Not this way. And then as you kind of time, he kind of, he causes his hand to melt and shrink, and then he show you like this way. You have to do it like this, and then he puts his hand back.
Eline's like, oh, I see. And he keeps tying him up, even though he can clearly like just slip out of it.
So what's your name, fine lady?
Just get us to where we want to go.
So, burlap sacks full of gold and magic items, yes?
The living tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that one. So, follow me. So, now we will descend the air vents and we will reach into the main loading deck of the ship. As you can see to your left, we have a company of ogres. They are responsible for sorting out all of the loot that the Frost Giant have gathered while attacking the fair town of, what's his name? Golden Fields, right? Yes, Golden Fields. The officers' lounge
I
is...
punched the wall as you said that. Says that
You punch who?
the wall, just like
The
that's
wall.
the attack. Yeah.
He looks back and says, "What? Family?"
Yeah, don't mention it.
Oh, a sensitive point. Noted. So, to your left, you can see the officers' lounge right after the ogre's loading deck. Please descend this vent. And he kind of points the way toward one of the vents.
Hmm. As we're traversing the vents, I would like to make sure he's not leading us into anything that is unexpected, because we've been exploring at least a little bit.
Yes. So you believe he is taking you back to the loading deck where you saw the ogres kind of sort through the piles of junk. But beyond that, you're not sure.
Alright.
Okay. So you follow him down back to the loading deck, and then he takes you even deeper down into the third deck. And at this point, it gets really cold. You believe that you are below sea level, so it's still bearable, but it isn't pleasant. And there's this scent of, not scent, but a feel of dankness, like it's constantly wet. The ceiling and the walls are kind of dripping all the time. And then he says, Fletcher says, well, we are about to go past the chief enchanter cabin. Please be quiet. He's known for his bad temper.
Noted.
Yes, the torturer's room is just to the right. Let's continue quietly. Ooh, the door is open. I wonder. And then he looks like this.
Well, yeah, let's peek out and see what we see.
Okay.
Just a peek.
Just
So-
yeah, stealthily.
So Galen,
the tip.
as you kind of look away,
No, Brian.
you can see an axe kind of flying through the corridor and poof, punches someone. When you look at the where it flew, you can see Forgar running with it stuck in its back. And this giant
Like a ponytail going up.
exactly. There's a burnt door, and a dwarven lady is pulling Anderist by the collar, as all your friends are fleeing from this giant. But this giant, all he does is stand and like this.
I look at Galen and smile.
I'll whisper. Well, they seem to have that under control.
Let's get out of here.
I quietly like close the door.
Well, this is so like out of character. Do we want to follow them or do we want to go to the tree?
Let's observe what happens here, that they don't, get into too much trouble, so we have to come rescue them.
All right, so I tell.
Hold a moment.
You're just
Yeah.
gonna sit there and watch.
No, we're gonna follow you stealthily.
We still have pass without trace, by the way. +10 stuff.
Oh, you did actually cast that?
I did.
So you follow your friends. I need you to make perception checks, just the three of you, Galen, Peleus, and Eileen, as you do that. And I will also have Forgar make a perception check. With a disadvantage because the stick is kind of the handle is
Eileen,
25.
yeah, Eileen got an
Nice.
11.
Only a 7 for Galen. He's too busy staring at that huge axe.
Okay. So-
Like lots into Borgar's back.
Peleus, you note as you follow those two recently acquired friends of yours that Fletcher, the imp, is basically as you cross the corridor, he looked the frost giant straight in the eye and did this, and then he followed you along. With your 10, all you see, Forgar, is the giant standing there, glaring at you, waiting for Quarian to get off his sight, so he can make
For Anderist.
Anderist, sorry.
Anderist.
Yeah, but are we really following them like right now? Should we stay hidden instead of like coming out and like seeing a huge giant?
So they are
I was
in the
muted.
they are running towards the chief enchanter's cabin. It's a misty room with an iron hot mirror through which Drufi, the captain, communicates with our commander, Jarls Torvald.
Can we follow the winds there, like, and occasionally peek out so we can get ready to jump out and help if they need it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Follow, like, can we follow along through the vents? The vents.
Oh
like,
yes,
stay
of
inside the
course,
vents?
of course. That's
Yeah.
the most. Yeah, no problem at all. Please climb the vent, and he shows the way again. But I have to
Keeping-
say, what?
Keeping in mind that that other frost giant can now see you, right?
We're in vents.
Well, then how did the imp give him the thumbs up?
Just
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
That's. I was a bit confused about that too.
So
I didn't think we would like
Oh.
leaping out in front of it.
Yeah, so he basically popped his head out like.
Oh, he popped it out.
Okay.
So he only saw the weird ice imp.
Yes. But the imp says, whoa, where am I? Oh, he says, Oswald, the enchanter, is a really nasty dude. Your friends are going to uh, enjoy his company soon if they head this way, the way that they're heading. He
Well,
obviously,
let's hurry up then.
yeah, he obviously doesn't know about the secret chamber that you are aware of.
They don't know about either.
Yes, exactly. So, you go back to the vents and head along. So you basically are running to at the same direction. Eileen, Galen, and Peleus with Fletcher at the vents, and you are at the corridor. So,
That sounds alright.
so
My turn?
yes.
Thank God. I'm gonna shake myself free of this dwarf. That axe that's sticking out of his back, I'm gonna try and grab it and like pull it out of his back.
Yes.
My hope is that it will shrink down to be an appropriate size for me.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I'm just gonna drop it.
So
Yeah, you can have it. I'm not gonna friggin' use a great axe. Don't worry about that.
as you pry it loose from your friend's back, it shrinks down and runes glow at its handle, spelling the word Thorgout.
Perfect. So as I run past Forgar, I'm just gonna like push it into your hands because it's way too heavy for me. If I go into the secret room, where like above where we came through,
Mhm.
will the giant see us go in there right now?
No.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna run ahead and go in there and I'm just gonna go in there. I don't care if anyone follows me.
Okay. So, Quarian and Forgar, do you step into the secret room as well? Okay.
Yeah, and I pull the dwarf inside there.
Okay, so you do that. Sorry, Eileen, this means that you have lost sight of your friends at an intersection. And even Fletcher kind of looks baffled. He kind of looks down and where did they go?
And once we're in, I'll bar the door with my cane again.
Okay. So,
They use magic, I'm sure. Like some sort of invisibility, maybe.
okay.
Maybe we should like wait here and observe, see what the giant does.
Okay.
Yes.
So you stay at the vents, and eventually. Okay, so let's ask Enderist and his guys. What are they doing at the safe room?
I'm going to look at the people to see what's going on above us.
Okay. So you can take a short rest if you want. All that you see is Bergelmir, the giant, stepping in to this corridor, accompanied by two more frost giants. And he talks to them and says that he has witnessed the wizards felled one of them, but he was revived by a dragonborn. And then he says that he thinks you are Waterdavian spies. They've probably freed Harshnag and are now trying to find a way to sabotage our ship. We should alert Droofy.
Did we hear this name before? Droofy?
Droofy,
Droofy's the
Fletcher
captain.
says that she's the captain.
Okay.
And then he says, calm the ship. And then the giant starts to...
I tell the dwarf to send word to her father. Who is her father, by the way?
He is a simple merchant from Thornhold. She obviously lies.
I tell her, ask her again nicely. Who is your father, really?
He isn't someone important. He's just, well, you can say he's in charge of Thornhold. But it's a temporary assignment, not something permanent. And then
How
she
come?
says, it's complicated. You see, Thornhold is, or was never been a dwarven hold for long. Yes, so we just recently got it, like 100 years ago, and he's been running it ever since. But that might change. Soon.
Okay, we know her father. We met him at Waterdeep, right?
No, that was a wine maker. He wasn't a king or something like that. You suspect that she's the daughter of Thornhold's king.
Do I know his name?
You can roll for it, and maybe you will.
All right.
So while he's rolling, I will use healing hands on myself, and then we're taking a short rest. I'm going to use my last 2 hit dice.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I cast Identify on that axe while we're resting
Yes, you can.
as a ritual? Perfect.
Add 9 hit points from me, by the way. From my Bardric, from Song of Rest. Okay, so it's a knowledge history, right? So,
Yes.
all right, I didn't get much. I got an 11.
Okay.
Does that work for all of us? Your extra
Yeah.
hit points?
Yeah,
Cool.
everybody gets it.
Cool.
If you use a hit die. during
Yeah.
the-
I'm gonna use the hit die. I'm at 5 hit points.
All right, so if you use just the ones, then you get 5 hit points. I got a 5 and a 3.
So you kind of search your memory, and you do come up with a name, Sharak. Sharak Stoneshaft. You do remember that the Stoneshaft clan is now living in Thornhold, even though 100 years ago this place was the property of a noble family from Waterdeep. Actually, you've met them.
Yeah.
So Sharak is this dwarven king who now runs Thornhold, and you think she's his daughter.
Ooh, princess.
You are the daughter of Sharak?
Oh, so your acquaintance. You know him. Yes.
By reputation.
Yes, I am. Please don't tell him anything about this unfortunate mishap. I was captured in the last incursion done by the frost giants. They attacked the small town of what's its name? The northern land of Bryn Shander, and I was on a mission there. I was taken prisoner. A very unfortunate event.
When they tortured you, did they get you to tell them about the fences?
I might have slipped something about the lower waterways, but they haven't been used for years, not even by my kin. So, effectively, I wasn't telling them anything.
Okay. Why don't you send a message to your father and tell him that the onslaught is on its way to Waterdeep, and then after that it's going to be on its way to Thornhold.
I think I will do just that, but my father will be very upset. He would want to head here and rescue me. I can't risk him coming here. He's very old. I think it's best if we do it when I'm free of danger.
That's fine.
That's fine, we can do that. Okay. Andorus, is there any way that you can try to telepathically talk to someone that you can't see?
Nope.
Damn it.
I have to see them, and they have to be quite close.
Okay.
Okay.
If there are
Yeah.
no giants in the hallway where we lost sight of the father group, I would like at some point to pop down there and have a look around.
Okay.
So I can find any trace from them.
So when you do that, please roll investigation to search the
Be right
corridor.
back.
Whoever is speaking through the crystal watches Galen appears on kind of.
All right, then I grab Andorus to tell him to telepathically link with him, and Brian just left.
Just telepathically tell Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't see Brian, so it doesn't work.
Oh,
It only works when you see him. And that's a 9 on that investigation check.
Okay.
yeah, 8 on mine.
Did my rats ever come back?
So
And now we see a rat come scurrying.
Right? Leads you guys right to the door as it scratches at the people.
yeah,
It
So
must have
no,
been scared with that giant and his axe.
exactly. You were kind of running around, so it was hard to find you. So I'll wait for Brian to return, so to see what he does.
Okay.
I'll yeah, I guess I'll wait for Brian too.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
So you know, I stopped updating my backup character for.
I think you're safe for now.
This ship is really fun.
Who need backup characters? We're always fine.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
And my character is rubbing off of me like one of my
You're
personalities.
overconfident?
Nothing can shake my optimistic attitude. Not overconfident, like optimistic.
Yeah.
Brian just missed Galen going down and me grabbing Andrus over there to the peephole so that he can try to telepathically link with Galen.
Oh, I can see him through the peephole?
Yes.
I'm down in the hallway.
Okay, we're over here. I'll say that in your head.
Okay, I'll turn around, then turn around again, and then turn around again. Like, wait, what? Where?
Your other right.
Yeah, I'll turn around again.
I'm like, Galen, there's something wrong.
Like
Warmer.
touching, like moving forward my hand, like touching,
Warmer.
like where?
Warmer.
Here? There?
Warmer. Colder.
Damn it.
And I'll open the door. Let
Yeah,
them in.
yeah. Okay. Are you actually leading me towards the door, or are you leading me away
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
opening the door? And say, ha, over
Back
here.
towards this torturer.
Oh, it's so good to see you. We saw a giant. What happened?
Not a lot.
Oh, and you, elf, and come along and bring the imp.
Well, like, yeah, is the imp still with us? Please.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, it should be. Yeah,
great.
I step up.
By the way, elf, I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself earlier. We were a bit distracted. I'm Galen, and I'll do a little bow. As
I'm
when we
Eileen.
get inside and are safe in the room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Peleus. That's all I'm saying.
Just cock an eyebrow at you, and with to Ellen, I'll say, can we trust him? Telepathically.
Eileen just shrugs.
What about that thing? And I'm kind of like motion towards you.
She's just like,
No, telepathically, as in, now that it's seen our secret place, we have to kill it.
yep, she just cast firebolt at it immediately.
Okay. So the creature.
Wait,
And I'll cast Toll the Dead at it. Wow.
I will actually try to like block the fireball or something.
Yeah. You can try to interrupt it or something. Smack me.
Yeah. Okay. Roll. You two make a dexterity context. Whoever gets
Okay.
or initiative context. Initiative display.
Initiative?
Yeah.
I know
Who wins the initiative gets to act first.
Oh wow, dude, you're rolling so bad.
A 6 and a 2. Red rolling there.
I was like, yeah, no, it's a 6. I got this. Nope.
I got it.
Clearly, that there's like 5 minutes of you just staring at each other, like roll the fireball bill, like.
The Mexican standoff.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
Mexican stand-up is more than 2 person, but still. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a 20, but I'm gonna wait and see what Alin does.
Well, I got a 6 initiative to
I'm gonna wait a
firebolt
while.
I got a 12. I'm gonna wait too.
I'm resting.
Yeah,
I'm spending my hit dice.
Okay.
this place is safe.
Yeah.
So who won? Is the creature alive or not?
I won
Yeah,
between Keenan and
Okay,
me.
so he melts as fire engulfs it, but he when he dies, he says, "It's been fun while it lasted." And then he melts away.
And who are near it when it explodes? Remember that.
Ah,
Yeah,
shit.
I am.
I have 6 hit points.
So make a dexterity check.
I'm resting over in the
Oh,
corner.
please, that would be so great.
Listening to Corwin's soothing song. I hope I can get that.
I rolled a
point for that.
13.
So 3 points of damage. If you 13, yeah, that's 3 points of damage. Aline?
12.
I think 12 is enough also. I think it's like a very low DC, but I don't have it with me. So yeah, let's say 3 points of damage.
I'm live.
Okay,
3 points of damage if we passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was checking the axe?
I gave it. Well, I was casting Identify on it, but I'm not sure if I got interrupted.
Right, before anything of that happens, I look at Elin in shock, and I'm like, what are you doing? He was a prisoner.
He is going to betray us as soon as it was possible.
Well, yeah, probably, but I mean, he was defeated. You don't just like
This is-
attack
No.
defeated.
It was too risky. I couldn't. Our mission is too great. Your friend was a noble sacrifice.
No, we have to
That
rescue
wasn't a noble move. What you just did.
we
That's
still
for
need
sure.
to come on. We still need to rescue Peleus' heavy
Hmm?
friend.
What?
I'm not sure what friend it is, but we need.
Mhm.
He has a friend on board that we need to rescue. Also, there's a lot of treasure here that was stolen from Golden Field. We need to get that so we can return it to Golden Field.
We're not really here for treasure. We came here for you.
No,
We've
no,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We need to leave.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
only
yeah,
so
yeah.
much food on the sub. We've already
Yes.
taken on another mouth.
There are only so many rats.
Come on, don't worry about that. We can make do. Also, we should probably slow the ship down if it's on the way to Waterdeep. To attack it. To get her snack back.
Yeah, Anders, you see Aline like struggling now. Like, well, it is food. It is stuff from Goldenfield. Maybe we should. That is the honorable thing.
What? Why?
How do you suggest we stop?
Because I like
this
making
ship,
it
Jack
complicated.
Prince?
Huh?
How do you suggest we stop at this giant ship?
Any more of those weird squid missiles on their sub?
Afraid not. That was the last one.
Well, maybe we can sabotage it somehow here from the inside. If we have, someone with inside information we could ask, like where
I
is
take a look at
this vulnerable place, and I'll
Let's
look
take-
over at the puddle.
Let's take a look at the schematics that we have of this ship.
Open the map. Yeah, I was just gonna say, open the map that I got. Is there something on it that's like sabotage here?
It's like a tube that
The-
goes to the
Yeah, and a tube.
to the
Oh,
main reactor
is this,
core.
there is this
Oh,
little,
fun!
2 foot wide exhaust vent that if you throw a fireball down it.
Come on, guys. We've made that reference 3 times.
Yes.
Let's stop now.
We're killing this one.
It's not funny anymore.
We've
Use the
broken
force
the,
bolt, Luke.
So Forgar, the axe. I'll simply make it short. This
Right on.
is Thorgout, a frostbite axe, which means it is a +1 to hit and damage. When you hit
Okay.
when you hit with it, the target also gets +1d6 cold damage, and it has the thrown property. So 20 feet for regular distance and 60 feet for the long one.
Damn,
This
it
is
does
awesome.
1d6 extra damage.
That's
Oh.
1d12 plus 1d6 plus 1.
And it's a great axe.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Strength
a
is
lot of
16.
damage.
Jeez.
Don't
Oh,
don't don't
God.
don't don't throw it in the first fight. And it's gone.
Yeah.
Right through the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. That thing's dope.
Um,
So I'm gonna sit in the corner while we rest and pull out my Book of Shadows and just pretend to read it, and I'm just gonna watch Pelios closely.
okay. The dwarven lady says, "We need to get to the toilets. I'm telling you, they flush it once a day. I will be
We're
out
good.
in a minute."
We'll be fine. We don't need to get to the toilets. Calm down, princess.
Well, I'm pregnant. I need to get to the toilets every 30 minutes.
Well, we need to get my we need to get my friend first. So, do you know where they store their timber?
Who's your friend?
He's a tree guy. He's
A tree
tree
guy. A
Yeah.
treant. How are
Yeah,
we gonna get a
treant.
treant off of this ship?
Yeah, that's
Oh, a
Let's just think of
treant.
the logistics of this.
Ooh.
yeah, I know.
And she
Not
says,
easy.
"So his roots are all over the ships."
I've seen them.
Interesting.
What is like common knowledge about treants? Are they like good or bad or what? Neutral?
So
Cool? Bad? Ugly?
Phalius can basically relate. Do you know Phalius? Do you want to improvise on that?
Wait, let me check. What do I know about treants? Like treant.
Mm.
Oh,
What's your
good.
manual?
That's Emmanuel. Okay. Okay, it doesn't say a lot. So, yeah, tree ants are basically living trees, and they are relatively intelligent. And yeah, they are good people, good trees.
Mm.
Insight check. I don't believe him. Yes, I do.
So Phalius, roll a history check for me, or maybe not history, nature or something like that.
Okay.
I don't have the. So it's probably a wisdom.
It's
Um,
intelligence check.
What?
Yeah.
And
Nature is
Nature,
intelligence.
intelligence, nature.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's an 11, just an 11.
Okay, so with an 11, you know that treants have a way to awaken other trees. So they are themselves sentient, but they have the ability to basically kind of resurrect dead trees.
Okay, yeah,
Again.
I tell the group that they have the ability to awaken other trees and make them sentient.
Can they
So
awaken logs?
yes, you think they can. So if there is a pile of trees lying somewhere in the ship, that's a small army to a treant.
All right. Well, now you've changed my mind.
So
Eileen.
maybe
Though-
they
though-
could take over the ship with that. Or
Though
take
they are
apart the ship with it.
Do
lie.
treants float? Do
the
treants
ones
float?
they probably should float, right? I've
Perfect.
been thinking about that too. Well, what I forgot to tell you guys, the trees that they awaken, they aren't as intelligent as the treants.
But they're under the control of the ant, right?
Let me check.
That's a
They
reasonable
are
assumption.
allied.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like direct control, but it says like acts as an ally.
Okay, so influenced by. Yeah, that's fair enough. That sounds like a great distraction so that we can get off this ship.
Red Nora, when she hears that, she says, "Well, I can probably take you to the prison, but we'll have to go right past the chief enchanter's room." Am I pronouncing it right? Enchanter, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. He's a nasty fellow. He speaks to his jar through a iron hot mirror. It makes his room full of vapors. And
Well, we can probably sneak past it in the vents, like the imp creature. And again, I point over at the puddle, was leading us past it. It just said
Yes.
we had to be quiet.
We could do that. I'm only afraid that because I've escaped and now you have escaped and everybody knows that we are on this ship, Drophy will
But they-
probably send more of these creatures after us.
That they don't know where we are.
Yes, but I would rather deal with these creatures than giants that throw huge axes.
Mhm.
But so I don't think that the guy that Elin just killed, I don't think he was telling us to go the right way, by the way.
Oh, really? He seemed kind of friendly and helpful.
So, we might get through the air
Country
vents
bumpkin.
and try to make it
Yeah.
very quietly
Hello.
through the chief enchanter's room. Or we can try to walk on foot and get to the officer's lounge. They are usually drunk, so might be easier to sneak through that way.
Hmm.
I'll
Let's go where
go
the drunks are.
down and meet you guys in the submarine when you're ready to leave. I'll just keep it safe.
Coward. I mean, at least he can't float away with it. He doesn't have the vision. And I'm pointing
I'm-
your eyes.
To survive, I'd be willing to do
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. What's wrong with your eyes, Quarian?
Oh yeah.
I asked the dwarven lady, when we go, if we go to the officers' lounge, how far is it? And are there places that we could hide in there?
Well, the officers' lounge are pretty big. They have a bar there and some playing tables and cards and stuff. You know, things that officers do. They're usually very drunk and it's dark there. There's probably an ogre dancing there too. And it's the opposite way of the chief enchanter's room, which I personally like. I don't like these magic tainted frost giants. These are sons of bitches that I don't want to encounter again.
I
Do you
see.
know? Do you know how this ant is imprisoned? What sort of? How is he chained up?
Who? What?
The ant,
Tree end.
The tree ant.
the
Oh,
tree
the
ant.
treant. I've never seen him, but I've seen the roots all across the floor of the boat. It says one big tree. I tell you, able to send
How-
his roots all across the ship.
How far is the prison from the from here and from the officers'
Well,
lounge?
once we pass either the chief enchanter's room on the officer's lounge on the other side, we can simply descend a staircase, and then we're at the loading at the area below the loading dock. The prison is just at the back side of the ship.
Okay.
So
Thinking maybe we
she's
could use,
basically she's basically describing a way that the room that is exactly the opposite of where you. So if that's the back side, if this is the ship and you've entered through here, so she's basically pointing at this place, and you can
Okay.
cross and either go to the chief enchanter's room or to the officer's lounge, and then.
Okay.
How
the-
about-
Lounge.
Do we see these this route on the schematics?
Yes.
Is there anything on the schematics that shows on this path?
When you take a look, roll an investigation check as you kind of pour over the map.
Ooh, well, roll a 19 plus probably nothing, but still, it's a 19.
So you do see
22.
Yeah, you do see one room that the vents connect to, which is exactly in the middle. It is described as the chart room.
The chart room?
Yes,
Okay.
it's not very big, and it's almost as it's like sealed or never been used or hardly used. the vents will lead you there, but the route to this room is quite awkward. It's kind of bypassing a lot of. It's like a circular. You have to go through a lot of corridors to do that. But through the vents, you can get to this room, get into this room, and then a short corridor into the officers' lounge.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Under how much time pressure are we to rescue your friend, and how far away roughly are we from Waterdeep?
So Waterdeep is probably another day and a half away.
And yeah, I'm just wondering if we could maybe like make plans here, maybe have a quick nap for like 8 hours,
Yep.
so we can be full and have all those spells.
So I think
I'm feeling pretty well right now, but I've noticed some people have been using a few spells,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Yeah.
not at full health.
So
So,
if
yeah.
you will take a full night's rest, so yes, you will be full on, but you will be tighter on schedule. If something goes wrong, there's a chance that this ship will be able to pulverize Waterdeep's wall.
I think we should stay on the ship anyways and wait until it's at the shore again. And
I think
get
we
off.
just met you, and you don't get to make decisions for our group.
Yes, we don't want to get the
No,
ship here
see-
to get near Waterdeep.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But
this.
we can completely smash the ship though if we wait until then.
Why
Treants
can't
are
we
quite
completely
good at
smash it now?
destroying stuff.
Yeah, but that's if we get there. I
But
think our time would be better
see
served going.
I see no other way to get him off besides getting him off at shore.
I honestly would rather we go to Waterdeep and warm Waterdeep. I'm thinking that the combined wizardly power in Waterdeep and their defensive mechanisms at the port would be able to destroy their ship.
So this Treant, you guys claim to have seen roots all over the ship. If he
Mhm.
flexes it, won't this ship just crumble to ice crystals? Like,
Who knows?
we get to it, can't it just like straight cripple it?
Maybe, but that still requires us to get there. That means
Well,
either
no,
going past
no.
a small legion of frost giant
Exactly.
officers or their most powerful spellcaster.
How about
Is our
if we want to warn Waterdeep, we can ask the dwarf lady to
Yeah.
use her sending stone to tell her father to warn Waterdeep. He probably has more sending spells of his
or we
own.
don't ask her and we just do it anyways?
We could just take the stone from her if she refuses.
She won't refuse. I think I think we can convince her to do it.
And she's sitting like right next to you as you're saying that. Like, we'll just
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, that was out of character. I don't think Dwayne would
She
say
looks
that.
at the stone and
We can still get it from you.
Yeah.
but you will
just have to wait a couple hours.
A couple hours.
No.
No,
He's pulling a dagger. We can still get it from you.
That's right.
Yeah, I know that.
She
I've been
goes like,
studying anatomy. I've been
He's a
studying
mage
anatomy
hand.
books.
the rune is deleted.
Dwarves eat rocks all the time.
Yeah.
I really do think we should try to rescue this Mr. Palis here, Master Elfir's Treant, and see if we can take control of the ship.
I tend to agree, but we
If we
should
can warn,
warn
if we can
Waterdeep.
warn Waterdeep, then I think Eileen.
If you have some magic
Party.
stone thing, then yes, warn Waterdeep right now.
Yes, absolutely.
What was your plan exactly anyways, if you hadn't met me?
We're gonna leave.
Yeah,
we can
get
leave
the
right
heck
now.
outta here.
We've got the ship
And,
within arm's reach of us here.
and
Yeah.
let the ship reach Waterdeep?
Yeah, I
We're
wanted to know. Eileen turns to Quarian and Enderist. Is the submarine fast enough to outpace the ship?
Corian?
Do I know?
piloted it.
You have limited ability to maneuver with it, so you can probably ride nose to nose and maybe gain a little bit.
Mm.
So
So it won't be a good warning for the Waterdeep.
no, the sending stone is probably the fastest way and the most
Agreed.
reliable way to communicate
Yes.
the issue here.
Okay. So
But
let's
still doesn't
I'm
change my
honestly
opinion.
completely fine. I'm honestly completely fine with that plan. I mean, if we can get somewhere in the vicinity of the shore, I can get the tree end of here of the ship. I don't
So
mind
is
if
the
whatever your plan is.
the level with the tree ant in it, like the lumber level, is that below water?
No, it's above. It's like the
Oh.
first deck, the first floor beneath the deck.
Right. Is there a porthole? Is there a window?
Yeah, many.
Oh, geez. Well, why don't we just go outside instead of going through the ship? Use a submarine surface.
Send the monk. This is what you're good at, isn't it?
No. We'll just send the druid in. He wants to go rescue his friend. We'll go back under and we'll wait. If he gets off, just jump into the water. We'll get you.
Pretty sure he's gonna need. You're probably gonna need some help, guys.
Why?
Yeah, the problem is we can only kind of do that if we are at shore because tree ants are pretty big,
Yeah,
like
they float.
really big.
They'll just float to shore like so much driftwood.
You can just
We'll
coast,
then
yeah.
hop to the sub and tow it the rest of the way ourselves if need be.
Why? The shore. The wave action will send it there eventually. He's a tree. He's got time.
He's got a lot of time.
I guess
I
that's
just think
true.
that I agree with Alin that our mission is too important to risk our lives for a tree ant.
I mean, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm just asking you not to destroy the ship at this point. Like I heard talk earlier about setting it ablaze, which would
Yeah.
be
I
El-
really don't think we
Very
can
good.
destroy the ship. We can disable the ship at most.
Eileen,
Yeah,
Eileen cuts in right now and she says, "Whatever we do, we are using the sending stone, and we should do
Yeah.
it as soon as possible." So
Yeah, do that now.
she turns to
I'll
the
look-
dwarf lady.
Yeah, I'll look at her too.
Me too.
Let us contact Waterdeep.
Well, if you put it this way, but if I tells anything to my father, he will simply ride to Waterdeep, and if this ship heads to Waterdeep and starts throwing rocks at it, there's a big chance a lot of people will die, including my father. How about you said you have a submarine, right?
What about it?
So, just let's go to the submarine, and when we are clear out of the boat, I can communicate to my father. Then I'll be in a safe place. And he
How about you
can-
just lie to him?
What?
I think she's got a great point.
I'm not doing that again, ever.
You're safe in this room.
Yeah, you're safe in here.
Yes, but this ship is headed toward Waterdeep.
Yes, but
Yeah, so will we though.
really,
So is our sub.
yeah, really soon, like our submarine will be heading there, and you'll be safe in that.
She kind of looks around and says, well, I think my plan to go through the drain was a lot safer and quicker. Dirty, yes, but safer and
So-
quicker.
The way I look at this, Princess, is you have two choices. You can do what we ask, or we can take the stone from you.
Well,
This is, yeah.
You would do that. I thought you are civilized men. What is it? You resort to
course,
stealing
of
because
course.
someone
No, no, no,
disagrees
no,
with
no.
you.
We're
I'll
trying
give
to
it
save
back.
civilization.
We are
give it
civilized
back.
people in an uncivilized situation, ma'am.
We would never steal from you. We would borrow it and give it right back.
Yep.
None of my friends would ever do anything to harm you, of course.
And
I say, as I'm sure the others are like just starting to draw a weapon to their neck, but I'm oblivious to that.
Roll your persuasion, someone, and I'll give you an advantage because you all kind of gang on her.
my
I have
persuasion
a-
is 6, FYI.
Yeah, you should do that.
I got
How's yours?
I got a 19.
Okay,
Okay.
go for it.
So
That's
she
my
looks at
forte.
you, Quarian, and she says, well, yes, I can probably tell my father that a frost giant ship is on its way to Waterdeep.
hmm
And
That you heard.
Tell him to warn them. To warn Waterdeep. To warn as many people in
Post-haste.
Waterdeep. Yeah.
And to destroy the ship on site.
Yes.
she,
To defend.
when you say kind of destroy the ship on site, she hesitantly looks at Peleus.
No, that's completely fine. Maybe tell them to not shoot at the tree ends, but other than that,
As he emerges, like running from the ship. So she activates the sending stones, the sending stone, and then you can hear, "Cinnamon Bun, is that you?" And she says, "Shh, Papa, shh." And then she explained that along her journey she witnessed a frost giant ship that is on its way to Waterdeep, like a day and a half ride. And he says, "I will contact Queen Dagnabelt at once. She has this lovely dragon flying about. He'll do the job."
All right.
Tell him to warn Waterdeep. Warn Waterdeep. That's more important.
And then he says, "Where are you, Cinnamon Bun?" And she says, "Father, I and here, and then she severs the connection.
Is this a dragon that throws dwarfs?
You
Yeah.
have a yeah, you think so?
Dwarven breath.
Okay. So
we need to do this ourselves.
Yeah.
so help to Waterdeep, or a warning to Waterdeep, is underway. Now, what
Alright.
are you going to
Okay.
do about either the treant or the ship that is about to attack its walls?
Hmm.
I think we should try our luck again with through the vents. If we can get to the chart room, and then from the chart room going downstairs to the ant room, to the tree ant room.
Okay.
After we sleep.
Yes.
8-hour rest.
Okay. You go to bed.
I'm out of spells. I feel like I should be joining this rest, but I'm also pretty keen on rest. Are we resting first and then rescuing the tree? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, no, we need to. Absolutely.
Fantastic. 8-hour rest.
So
was gonna
an
say-
8-hour rest, and let's. I think it's a good point to level up. Actually.
Whoa.
I think
Awesome.
it's a very
Yeah.
good point to level up. Yes.
Yes. So
Awesome.
Harshnag
Right,
is
right before we all die.
Harshnag is.
You can
is-
build new 6-level characters.
Harshnag is gone. Is basically safe somewhere, or so you believe. Waterdeep has or is about to receive a warning, and you are basically spies on board a ship. So let's see what you can make of that. If you can prevent some damage from Waterdeep, or maybe save a treant, or not. We'll see.
Does the long rest cure exhaust?
I think so.
Yeah.
Normally it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's amazing what 8 hours of beauty sleeps does to a lady. Go to sleep
Yeah.
and you wake up like Cindy Crawford or something like that. So, yeah, it's 11:30. So I think we'll end it right here. Give you the time to level up your characters. Send me any interesting information you might have, because you're 6th level now, right?
Mm.
So
Okay.
if you have any interesting new abilities, let me know. Or you can simply update the characters, the character sheet at Roll20, if that's your thing.
I think
Alright.
the only thing I get is now my fist counts as magical.
I can
Nice.
turn into
That is
CR6
good.
beasts now.
Oh my god.
No, no,
CR2, I mean
Yeah,
CR2.
CR2.
No, jeez.
That is
get more of-
really good.
Yeah, so send it in or write it in, so I'll know what's going on, and yeah, we'll meet in I think it's the 2 weeks. We don't have any holiday, have we? Not sure.
I think
I'll
it's
make it
actually we do. Sunday in 2 weeks. I think it's the second holiday of Sukkot. I'm probably not doing
30th.
anything.
I work that day. Son
Okay.
of a bitch, I hate my job.
So we'll either postpone it by so we can probably meet in 3 weeks time, I think.
That's Thanksgiving in Canada,
Oh.
so
So
pretty sure
do you
James
want
and
to
I will be
try
out.
and and next week is again it's Sukkot, so it's like
Yeah.
Okay.
what if we do a Saturday? Can anyone do Saturday?
I
I
can.
can.
29th?
I can.
Okay.
Hmm.
depend on the Saturday, but the next
Yeah, for me too.
2
Like the
weeks,
29th.
yeah, the 29th should be fine. Yeah, the next 2 weeks is fine. Yeah,
Okay, so
I
let's
don't know if maybe I have to work actually on Saturday.
okay, so let's coordinate
weeks.
over Discord. We can probably find some time to beat, and so we won't have to wait like a whole month or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that would suck.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a Xanathar's guide handy? Mine's back at my house.
yes, I do.
I have one.
Probably.
I need to know what a 4th level Shadow Sorcerer gets.
What do you need?
4th level as a Shadow Sorcerer? What do I get?
Let's see.
I'm not sure if I get anything, but
Is it a sorcerer? Sorcerer, shadow magic, right? 50.
Mhm.
So all your abilities go down by 2.
that just happened. Yeah. What? I didn't realize what you said. No, that's 4th level. Oh wait, you're inverting it, you bastard.
So you get Hound of Ill Omen.
Oh yes, I get my hound.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Dude, the hound looks
This
really
is the whole
nice.
reason I took this class.
Yeah, you can magically summon a Hound of Ill Omen to target one creature. Blah, 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 blah.
Cool.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it grows out of my shadow. So
Okay.
cool.
Okay, so yeah, so you'll be equipped to deal with all those frost giants who will be leaping, trying to kick your ass.
Oh, yeah,
So-
but,
Yeah.
but a frost giant is only what CR 10 or something.
No
We
problem.
can do this.
You managed so far. I feel confident that you'll do fine.
And running away, yes, we're good at that.
Yeah.
From
Yes,
giants.
we are.
Like ice method, CR like 1 or 2 or whatever, like really low compared to like a giant. Yeah, with magic, like frost giant shaman.
Yeah, with magic, no worries.
Okay,
Hey,
guys.
Ito, I have another question.
Yeah,
Is that invisible stalker still protecting me?
I think that once you left
Pretty
the
sure it was
island,
only on the island, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As far as I
Just
remember.
I thought so as well, but I just want to double check.
yeah, but you might drop in for tea, like when all this is over, and
Perfect.
he'll be waiting for you there. Like, I imagine him standing on a cliff watching the sunset.
Forlornly. Sad. A single invisible tear.
Okay, guys, thank you very, very, very much. Let's talk over Discord and schedule the next
Yeah.
session.
Sure.
Great. Have a
Alright.
good week.
You too.
Thanks. You too, guys.
Bye bye.
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 Peace
Oh,
out.
Brian, I heard